Hey guys, Graham here. This is going to be the first of many videos. What I'll be talking about is my business that I do, which is renovating and flipping houses. So yeah, basically I've just purchased a property in a suburb called Waikiki. It's in Perth, the Shire of Rockingham. It's a cheaper part of town, but yeah, basically want to be able to show you that even in those sort of cheaper areas, that if you buy it at the right price, you can still make a good return on your money. I've bought the property for about $320,000. I'm forecasting to sell it for about $465,000. There will be about $80,000 profit in it, of which some of that I'll be sharing with a money partner who has helped me fund the deal. So yeah, so basically what the videos are going to be about is really me showing you guys how you can renovate a property on schedule and on time. I'm forecasting about a 30-day renovation, and look, most people would be doing that in about 2 to 3 months, but I want to be able to show you that it can be done in 30 days as long as you stick to your schedule. Basically, I've done about 7 of these projects, 7 flips already in the last year and a bit. I've got another 2, so I've got this one starting, which I settled on this one on Friday, so it's starting tomorrow, 31st of October, and then I've got another one in the suburb next door, Coolangatta, only 1.3k away from each other. I've got that starting in November. I'll settle on the 18th. So look, a little bit about basically renovating and flipping. It is all about you know, the process. It's about buying properly. It's about doing a proper feasibility, being an area expert, knowing how much you need to buy the property for in order to be able to make profit. Too many people buy a property and they think that they can just, you know, do whatever to it and then just hope for the best at the end. But it is a proven formula required. You've really got to know the buy price, know what all your costs are in between, your holding costs, purchase costs. Take everything like that into consideration, and then yeah, be an area expert and know what you're going to get at the end. So how do I do it? Look, I've done a couple of in this area already. So I've already flipped one in Waikiki, and I've flipped one in another neighbouring suburb, Warmborough. So all those sort of suburbs in that sort of pocket of Rockingham, they're all pretty similar. So the Warmborough one I sold in March this year. I actually sold that for $465,000. This property in Waikiki, is a better suburb, slightly, not much, but it does achieve a little bit better pricing. This one's a full-size block, so it's a 700 and something block, and it's also a slightly bigger 4x2, so that's an advantage as well. So yeah, so I think 465 is conservative. That should be, you know, no dramas at all of achieving that. And yeah, so that's how different tools also that I use to make sure that I'm getting my numbers right. Obviously, I speak to agents in the area, make sure that, you know, the demand and supply and all the rest of it's all working out properly. I also look at you know, use RP data or price finder or whatever, just to make sure that that I've got, you know, hard evidence, looking at sales and so on, and obviously looking at what's happening in the market, what's on the market at the moment and what they're sort of going for. So that's how you you do your numbers. Look, obviously the market's dropped off across Australia everywhere with these interest rate rises, gone crazy since May. However, Perth, that lower end of the market's still going pretty well. We've had a lot of interstate investors, in particular in those sort of cheaper areas, specifically because of the rental yield. You know, a lot of people over in Sydney and Melbourne and so on, they've got massive amounts of equity, so they're buying for yield, and yeah, so suburbs like Waikiki have certainly been targeted by these interstate investors. What else I'm going to show you in these videos is basically, you know, what I actually you know, how I schedule my reno, what I do. So each day I'll do videos to show you the journey. It's good, like I said, it's going to be a 30-day journey, so I'll try and hold myself to that. I'll do some other videos showing you guys how to you know, how to stage the property to, you know, to maximise the end sale, how I use money partners to fund deals so I can have more than one deal on the go at once, and sort of everything in between. I'll explain to you how to do a feasibility. Obviously, with what you can't just go and buy a property on the market. You can't just go and jump on realestate.com and buy a property and think you're going to make money for it. You got to buy in the market. Like I said, I've done 7 in the last just over a year, and they've all been purchased. Actually, 5 out of the I've finished 7, and I've got 2 more, and only 2 of those were purchased on market. So the other 7 were all purchased off market. So the advantage of buying off market is obviously buying under market. So that's what you're trying to do. You do. It's true that you make your money when you buy it. So if you're paying too much, that's when you're going to come undone. Another big part of the big important part is obviously a lot of people at the moment say, oh, how are you going to how do you go to trades and that sort of stuff. Well, look, I've pretty much kept all my trades from my first reno through to now. So I've built good relationships with them. I know what they charge me. I give them regular work, so they prioritise me. Yeah, and so I've got a good thing going with those guys, and they sort of just jump from project to project with me. So so that's good. So basically, next video tomorrow is actually when the reno starts. So day 1 is basically disconnect electrical and plumbing, and basically I'll also be I've got my handyman there doing some demos, so pulling out the old cabinets in the kitchen and bathroom and that sort of stuff. So got a skip in there already. That got on site. I saw it there today. So obviously I said on Friday. I think it arrived yesterday. So ready to start filling that up with all the old crap. And then basically I'll go through day by day showing you how I put it all together. And then 30 days time it should be ready to be staged and go on the market. Some of these sort of cheaper lower end properties I also sell myself. I do have a background in selling new homes, which I did for about 9-10 years or something like that. So sales is something is in me. I've done it for a long time, and I don't always see the value in using a real estate agent when they're generally just order takers anyway. So save myself a little bit on those real estate agent fees to sell it. If it's a higher end property, then no, I would typically use an agent, just obviously, but I think with the cheaper end properties, if you can if you know your price, and obviously the market's still really buoyant, I don't really see the point in paying someone 10 or 15 grand to sell it in a week or 2 for me. So look, as I mentioned a bit earlier as well, I have done a couple in the area. So to give you an idea, this renovation I'm forecasting sort of, like I said, about 80 all up, just under, but there's about 16 grand of that'll go to a money partner. I've done a couple in there already. The last 2 in there, I did sort of ride a bit of the wave with the price growth. So I did a 3x1 in Waikiki already, and I made just over 90 on that one. The one in Warnbro, which I discussed, which was 4x2, and I mentioned I sold for 465. I made about 78 grand on that one. So this one, I reckon I'm being conservative on the end sale price. Could get a little bit more, but 465 is sort of where I see it. I am going to be coming on market just before Christmas, which is a little bit not ideal, sort of first week of Christmas, or first week of December. But look, timing, it is what it is. I'm settling on it now. That's why I'm going for a 4-week reno and not any longer, because if I came on any closer to Christmas, then I probably couldn't put them on the market. The other one I've got going in Coolangatta, which I mentioned, so this one here, Waikiki, I've settled on it now, and I'm starting tomorrow. The other one, which I'm going to be settling on the 18th of November, that one, I'm going to have to put that on the market after Christmas. So I'm going to get as much of it done, the reno, before Christmas, and then I'll be probably second week of January putting that one on the market. So tomorrow I'll do a bit of a walk through the property with you guys, show you what it's looking like now, and I'll give you a bit of a rundown as to what I'm doing to it. And then daily we'll have a look at the progress. I'll also do another video showing my schedule and another one showing the feasibility for sure, so you can see how my numbers and that look. And yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll have another yarn tomorrow. Thank you.